girls, today we're going to pack for a warm weather cruise. You're probably going to be gone for about a week, so there's a lot of things you'll need to take with you, and let's get started right away. The first thing I have in my top compartment is my travel documents, and I put them in a little file, and I feel like that's kind of helpful. I have my cruise documents, I have my passport, I have a second form of ID, and I have a credit card and some emergency money. So those are really helpful things to have handy. And then I also have a magazine because you may be sitting in a holding area for several hours before you're able to board. I have sunglasses and reading glasses in here, and I also have my electronics. Now you may want a computer. On most cruises they do have a computer room, but the internet's pretty slow. So I'm taking an iPod and a Kindle. I'm taking my phone and all my chargers. So just be sure you get everything you need, and then we'll start with the clothes. Now you're going to need to pack for dressy and casual, and what I found is you need a little something, even though it's a warm weather cruise, for cold days, because it might not always be warm. So I have a pair of jeans and a little long sleeve Henley, just in case it's kind of chilly. I have a couple of pairs of shorts, and then I have 3 tank tops, 1 white and 2 bright colors. I have a couple of denim skirts, 1 white, 1 blue, and they go with all the tank tops. And then I have a little striped top, looks kind of nautical, and some white capris. Those are fun for a change. And then I have a little flouncy skirt and a peasant top. Now you may want to take a sundress instead, that's fine. Do keep in mind that some places that you tour don't allow shorts. For example, in Mexico, some of the beautiful churches that you may want to go through don't allow shorts. So be sure you have something else just in case. And in the ship, they have several dining areas. If you're going to the buffet, you can wear anything you want. But if you want to go to the dining room, you're going to want to pack several pretty dresses or pantsuits. I have a long sleeve red one, and that's for times when it's a little cooler. And then I have a little pink lace dress for when I'm feeling a little more tropical. I have an animal print, and then a bright blue one, getting stuck in my hangers here. And then I have kind of a sparkly one for the captain's dinner. And I also brought along a little faux fur jacket. Now you may want a sweater or a little wrap. It doesn't matter, but just something to keep you toasty if you go outside, because at night it can be a little breezy. Now you're going to want to take plenty of undies. I stack my bras and put my underwear inside the cups. You can wash, but the bathrooms are really tiny, so if you wash your undies in the sink and put them up on those little clotheslines, it's almost impossible to move around. So I just take more to begin with. I took 3 bathing suits so I can change off. Now you may be taking some excursions like a scuba diving or snorkeling excursion where you want to have a bathing suit. It's best to wear your bathing suit under your clothes. They usually don't have a lot of changing facilities. So here's my 3 bikinis. You can take a one piece if you like. And then take a couple of cover-ups, because usually you have to go quite a ways from your room to the pool if you want to sunbathe on the boat. Now this one has a little stretchy waistband. You can adjust it up or down. And also the shoulders can be worn off shoulder or up. And then a little fun gold one. And now we're on PJs. Take something you can kind of lounge around in that's cool. I have these little shorty shorts and a tank. And then I also have some just regular cotton PJs that are very comfortable. And you want to take something fun and feminine and something kind of sexy. So you got all your bases covered and you're very prepared for anything. Next bag, I have a visor because it can get really sunny. You may want to do a little walk around the promenade area of the deck. That's really fun. Take a little sweatshirt or a hoodie for that. And then I always take a plastic bag for wet bathing suits if I have some on the way home that I don't want to touch my clothes. Take your jewelry, think about all the dresses that you brought for dinner, and make sure you have accessories to go with them. And then I have my athletic socks, and I have a great big hat for laying on the beach because it gets really bright. I also think it's a good idea to take your own beach towel if you can possibly fit it in, because you don't get a lot of towels on board. They can be kind of small, and if you're going off the boat to a little private beach, it's nice to have your own beach towel. They also have gyms on most ships, so I have some workout shorts, workout capris, and a couple of workout bras and t-shirts. And then in here I also have my hairbrush and a scrunchie for the pool. I have a flat iron. Most places have a blow dryer on board, but check to be sure. And a wide tooth comb for wet hair. And we're on our last bag. This one, in the outer pocket, I put a little clutch, which is nice when you go to dinner. You can just put your key and your lipstick inside. And you can also throw it in your tote if you're going off the ship. I like to have something that's nice and big and roomy, but cloth, so it's easy to pack. And then you can take your water, your snacks, your ID when you go on your excursions. And then if you buy some little souvenirs, you can put them in here and take them back. And this is mostly shoes. But I also put my cosmetics in here. We're gonna kind of go through everything just so you know what you need. You can write it down. I've got shampoo and conditioner, deodorant. I have my serums and my moisturizer and perfume. I have sunscreen, really important, body lotion, and I think that's most of that one. And then in the next one, I have a nail kit and some aloe vera for if you get sunburn. It's really nice to have that. I have contact solution and contact case. I have some wipes, or you can take hand sanitizer. I also have like vitamins, any prescription medication you need, antacid, some Tylenol, and you also want Dramamine. I take it the day before, but it does make you a little groggy. So if you have to drive to the ship, you probably want to wait until you get out of your car and then take your Dramamine so it gets into your system and you don't get seasick. And you can taper off as the trip goes on. You'll get used to it. And this is my makeup. I have a bronzer, I have foundation and eyeshadow and lip gloss. I also have a lipstick with a kind of like a balm in it to soothe my lips if they get irritated. I also have in here my makeup brushes, mascara, toothbrush, toothpaste, and eye drops. So that should about do it. Take your tennis shoes and your flip-flops, super important. Those are the things you're going to be wearing most of the time. But you also want some cute shoes for when you're shopping, so I have some little wedgies. I have some white shoes to go with my white skirt and my capris. And I have some beige ones to go with some of the dresses that I'm wearing to dinner. And then I have also red ones and blue ones. So everything is coordinated and I feel really cute because those are what your memories are made of. Your vacations, special times with your family, with your husband or your boyfriend. So you want to look your best. So really plan ahead, take everything you need, and have a great cruise. Bye.